said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Looking for blockers. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals.
He's going for it all. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell he just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Plays like that, a common sight for Syracuse fans a year ago as Kyle McCord led the nation in passing. The Orange won 10 games, won their highest profile bowl in a quarter of a century. Without McCord, what's the expectation now, David?
I mean, it was crazy, first of all, what Fran Brown did. Like, to take Syracuse and to make them believe, and then the high-flying offense, but now completely retooling, reloading, like all the pass catchers at the quarterback spot. So interested to watch this offense and how they put it together, because last year they found an absolute diamond in the rough.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, he'll throw it. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Oh, they're after him. And the third down pass is incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Notre Dame's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
Finds the tight end. Turning it on. Still on his feet. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the Year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over him. He has the next coach to break that ceiling and win a title. Just recruiting up, belief up, discipline up. Notre Dame looks like a national championship contender.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They want to run this quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Trying to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Carr. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line.
And when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder. But this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up first and goal.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Irish! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with his target.
The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here come the Irish back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly! And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Finds his man down the middle. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Off play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Flanagan. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Now on 2nd down. Now on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. Breaks the tackle and he's got room. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a crease, it's Love. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Quick strike through the air for the score.
defensive back, as a defensive player, you know, down here near the goal line, I got to get tight on my guys. I can't give away the easy stuff like that. Too easy near the goal line for that pitch and catch.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Cook. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Willis.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The connection here on third down.
Interesting play call for this offense, man. A slow developing screen on a third and short when a defense is a little bit aggressive and it doesn't work. And it's easy to question after the fact, obviously, right, guys? Like, it didn't work, but I don't love that play call when I know a defense will be really aggressive on third and short.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. To the ground, he's got it again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that to the catch.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
The Irish send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Looking for space. It's Willis. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the grab. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Love. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. The give to the tailback. Inside the 35. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Notre Dame! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They put together an 81-yard drive. And they top it off with a little trickeration. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Ross. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Cook. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Clement. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Ross.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver, continuing to come back to his QB.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. They just keep firing. Caught in the backfield. It's Willis. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Got his man quickly. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Working that left side now. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Syracuse. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10.
That makes the score Notre Dame 41, Syracuse 10.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Price. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And holding on to a first half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, Let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of touchdown Jesus.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Coming out with it, it's Price. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff from the gun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Finds his man. It's Flanagan. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He wants to throw it again. The 14 after that grab.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
On the ground, it's Love. Got some room into the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Set to advance on the football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The give to the back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Carr. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Hawley. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Got it behind the line. It's Flanagan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He'll keep it on the sneak. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, you're always going to wonder what would have, could have, should have happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Willis. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need to push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Nice move there. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And I tell you what, man, you got to do a better job of taking care of the football. I got to know I got the first down. Running backs, this is job security. You better handle that thing well, Palmer.
And because of that, David, you might see another running back jog out in the field the next time this offense takes it. We're seeing a lot more of that around college football now. There's a lot of committees out there, committee approach. One way to get yourself on the bench very quickly, put the rock on the ground. That's a coachable lesson for that young man.
He'll pull it on the read. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, he's got some space.
And what a nice play. It's a great option. They run it to perfection. Quarterback keeps the football, running down the field, going to make a play. And the defense continues to hustle, continues to fight, forces the fumble. Never give up on a play. That's why you never give up on a play right there.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
The Orange with a ton of options. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cuse. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive.
31, Syracuse. 17.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Using his legs, it's Bob. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
He's brought down at the 19-yard line. Brings up second down.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Puts it out of the air. There he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He makes the catch. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Tight end now in motion. They'll run it on the counter. Shakes off the defender. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
But one of the best compliments you can pay a running back is they get stronger as the game goes on. This guy's been awesome all game long, and you're seeing it here in the fourth quarter. He's trying to ice this thing and close it out, still running strong.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. They'll go to the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Quick handoff. Runs for the tackle. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Willis. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Rush is on him. Makes the grab. It's Fields. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. He'll keep it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
To throw, it's Carr. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Salt interwove, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Got the quick completion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Back to pass on second down. The throw to the outside is complete.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ross. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick, but man, if you're going to do that, that's fine, but we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.